sweet experience for me. It would melt my heart and cause me lamentation in equal parts. I would lament about never having his personal association, never taking in his merciful glances, or his affectionate chastisement, or hearing his potent harikatha directly from his lotus lips, feeling guided and nurtured in my bhakti, serving him in some personal way where I can achieve some nice anecdotes that I can selfishly share with others as my special story with him. But that wasn't my path, and that clearly wasn't what I needed. I've come to learn that he has given me and continues to give me exactly what I need, and he has arranged a perfectly tailored program for me. It's taken me exactly 10 years to realize just how much mercy he continues to shower upon my life. I was chasing name and fame in Hollywood, which we all know is one of Maya's strongest weapons, and he sent one of his agents directly to my doorstep to pluck me out of that illusion. He brought me up to the new Braj Harikatha festival to feel his mood and his association, and to experience an overwhelming amount of love and affection that I could not conceive of before that. He brought me to the Holy Dham just months later to feel and witness the mood of the Brajavasis, all so potent, all eternal, gradually cleansing my heart and giving me samskars that will benefit my soul lifetime after lifetime of association. Through his mercy, I'm in a position where I can get unlimited association with him and can perform unlimited seva for him. I can chant right along with him in his personal Bhajan Kutir in New Braj. And daily, he surrounded me with high-class senior devotees and high-class elder brothers and sisters who inspire me every day, who I aspire to have one tiny drop of the devotion they have, who nurture and guide me like good grandparents, good uncles and aunties, and good elder brothers and sisters do, leading by example and surrounding me with these unusual children who are so elevated and teach me so much, all of whom serve as representatives of Srila Gurudeva's mercy. I'm eternally grateful for this personalized program that he has arranged so perfectly to fit the needs and struggles of my devotional path. How is it possible that I can come to him years after his manifested pastime, after his material pastimes manifested, and still have such a personal relationship, to still feel so guided, to feel that love and affection that he is famous for, to feel that shelter and that mercy? This illustrates exactly what it means when they say, Sri Guru's mercy knows no bounds. It's not simply an expression. Kor Premanandi. Please forgive any offenses and just know that anything good that came from this is all coming from Srila Gurudeva's mercy, and please reject anything that was bad.
This is so wonderful. It came up from your heart. You can feel it, yes? Yeah. Just from his heart. So, Gaurvani, wonderful Guru expression. It's full of emotions in from heart. So, Gaurvani. Please. She served so much. I have your name. I don't know again.
Like Prahlad Maharaj said, don't wait till, do it now when you're young, don't wait till you're old. And so we were all so lucky that Gurudeva came when we were so young and we got to he made it so we all got so inspired, and he gave us all beads to chant on, and I'm so lucky because Nilachla was like my other mother, and Gurudeva came here to this house, and so every year I got to be her personal servant and help her get this ready for the festival every year, and I still get to do that. I guess you can say it's the glory of my life, getting this ready for Gurudeva's wonderful pastimes. And Gurudev said, don't lose hope, because I see hope everywhere, rays of hope everywhere, and so I'm just trying to take this in my heart and not to lose hope. And he also said to listen to Hari Katha with your heart, not just your ears. If you don't listen with your heart, your ears won't tell your heart. So to listen to Hari Katha with your heart, and so I'm trying to do that. And thank you, Maharaj, so much for coming and giving so much Hari Katha into our hearts. And I pray to Gurudeva that I will somehow keep watering this wilting creeper in my heart that he planted this seed. And thank you so much for all your association. Thank you.
So always remember, this path, hopeless ends to endless hopes. Is Shiva Prabhu here? Who is Shiva? Last and final call.
Shivanando! Shiva!
He ran.
Ran away?
He ran?
Shiva's gonna put him in the headlock and
I'll get him. Excuse me, Mata.
He escaped. You should have seen the face.
Shivananda Prabhu was just called and he took off running. Now Shivananda Prabhu is gonna go round them up.
All our Diksha and Shiksha disciples of the so it doesn't matter.
It's 8:30 p.m.
No, I
and we
understand,
are
but
going strong.
maybe some Gurudevas haven't spoken.
We're not going back until 12, so don't worry. Door should be locked.
Om Gyanatimrandasya Gananjana Sharakaya Chakshu Malitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Kripaya Vitaya Yamaraja Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripabalam Madhava Peshnikami Shri Bhaktitam Bharatim Ashamaham Namo Shubhadaya Radhikaya Priyatme Shri Shrimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Iti Namane Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhuveva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. I offer my unlimited Satsang Dandavats to my beloved Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and Srila my Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Daita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, and equally to my Siksha Gurus, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, who, even though I never met, set up a place for me to grow up, a beautiful environment for me to grow up to eventually be here where I am now. And I offer equally to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, who has given me from New Vrindavan to New Braj. Just trying to stay New Braj mood here. I want to thank all of you. That's the best I can do. Is thank all of you guys for inspiring me on the daily since I've been coming here since 2011. Just like you and Avirbhava, I feel like I've missed the boat twice. So even though I grew up in Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON movement, it was always that feeling of like, oh yeah, those were the days, you know, hearing senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada disciples like Brajanananda Prabhu here, and also, you know, Pran Prabhu and Rishabdev Prabhu and all these beautiful Vaishnavas who've been in the trenches and, you know, going through so many, you know, I want to call them fun because when they say the stories it sounds fun, but really I'm sure at that moment it was pretty rough. But they were doing it because they had Nishta. You guys had so much Nishta and still do have so much Nishta for your Guru Maharaj. And so I hope by associating with all of you, you know, that I can also one day have Nishta for my Guru Maharaj. And that's, like Maharaj was saying, this community that we're trying to grow, that we can all come together to support each other and to imbibe the moods of this Rupanuga Guru Varga and really try to go deep within and try to access what is there and what has always been there, and what sadhus like Sripad Siddhanti Maharaj and, you know, Sripad Van Maharaj and anybody who comes to uplift us in our daily efforts to not drown in this material ocean. So, because I do feel like I'm drowning a lot. Just trying to keep my head above the water. So, you know, I had an experience when I was a young lad where I was drowning, and it feels very much like that sometimes, like KK was saying, just trying to not be lazy, just do the things that, you know, Guru wants you to do, how important it is to do your Guru Gayatri, your Guru Mantras, and how important it is to chant, to fix them around. I always heard when I first came here, how Gurudev, this was, for the most part, I hadn't really heard of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj prior to 2010, actually. The first person I heard was from Gaur Krishna Prabhu, if you guys are familiar with him. So I was on Festival of India traveling, and we were actually going to be heading from Vancouver to LA or somewhere south, and we were going to pass through just by chance, but by different arrangements of Guru, I didn't find myself going there, but he invited me, and he was speaking the glories and saying so many sweet things about his Guru Maharaj. I was like, I had never really heard anybody speak to that degree about, you know, a Guru Maharaj, at least from my growing up in ISKCON. It was like, you know, you go hang out at the Sunday feast, you know, maybe hit up Jamasami, you know, just, you know, that's, I'm making it a joke, but it's actually very sad because through all this, like seeing that slideshow that you made, and it's like I felt like I was there, but I wasn't. So it's very thank you for that. But but I don't, in one sense, feel like I missed out, because since I've been, you know, whatever little strength that Guru and Krishna have given me, every step has been a little sesame seed in the right direction, I feel. But, you know, bhakti is sometimes crooked, so sometimes going down. And so I remember Kishore Mohan told me that. He was, you know, as long as you don't make offenses to Vaishnavas, you continue to practice, you'll feel like you're going down, but you know, it's like a chart on a graph. You're going up. So don't distress. So I said, well, those downs are pretty rough, but yeah. But anyways, since I've been here in New Braj, I am so thankful to Gurudev and how he's imbibed the moods in all of you and all the devotees that I continue to meet, that I have more and more respect for on a daily basis. And for those in my, in my arrogance, I see somebody come along that maybe, oh yeah, I might, like Marge was saying, that the Duryodhana side, I'm better than them, yeah, I'm this. And then I just get, it's just like being around a higher association and sadhus and this philosophy, just, it has a tendency to humble you, and it smashes you sometimes. I'm just like, okay, and then I realize that this is what it's all about, is, just checking all these different lust, anger, greed, smashing all of this, and just realizing that we need to just surrender and, give our lives and souls to Guru, but somehow or another I'm still holding on to Maya, and I don't want to let go. So, but I hope by the mercy of Gurudev continuing to nourish me here, I didn't mean to speak this long, I apologize, but I wouldn't have met my Guru Maharaj without coming to Srila Gurudev and his disciples. Matter of fact, I had no intention of getting initiated, none. So it's a sad story, but none. And I went in 2016, Gurudev disciples via Gurudev's hand, because without his Shakti, none of us are anything. So they just dragged me and threw me in the front of my Guru Maharaj. And so I thank you all for that. Thank Gurudev for building a home that I can be in. And I know that even though I missed out while you were here, that I hope that as sadhus come, as Vaishnavas come, that this time I don't miss out. And I truly fall at their feet, try to surrender myself.
Prabhu here? No.
She just left like 2 minutes ago.
Roli Prabhu, please come.
Roli Prabhu, please come. Let's try. Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Granta Narayani Tiname. Maharaj, you were saying that you didn't know what bogus was. Gurudev used this word a lot. This is how he describes somebody like me. It's nonsense. Every interaction I've had with Srila Gurudev, he was just showering compassion and at the same time just shaking his head, looking at me like, oh my God, what am I going to do with you? Look, all of us are like his little children, and I'm like one of the disobedient ones who needs a lot of reprimanding. But Srila Gurudev says he won't give up on us as long as we don't, leave him and don't make Vaishnava aparad. So, being here in this community, I feel like Srila Gurudev has scooped me up out of Maya yet again. I keep throwing myself back in the mud pit, and Gurudev keeps picking me up and washing me off like a little kid, So I just, I also pray that by all of your mercy that I can try to stay clean and actually serve Gurudev. And like Maharaj was saying, some people are sevakas and others are volunteers. I'm more of the volunteer type, just volunteering when it suits me and the rest of the time being in Maya. But I pray that I can actually be a real sevaka someday and actually please Srila Gurudev. Being here in New Braj also just drives it home how Srila Gurudev won't leave us. He said he's closer than our very breath, and he knows our every thought, he knows our every feeling, he knows you can't hide from Gurudev. I can't hide from Gurudev. And he's come giving us this highest thing to the lowest people. I have no qualifications. I have all bad qualifications, but still he's trying to give this. He is giving this thing to me, no matter how long it takes. And in all my experiences, my personal experiences with Srila Gurudev, he just has endless compassion. No matter how fallen we are, no matter how attracted to Maya we are, he like he says, don't be hopeless, because he's not hopeless. He has the power to deliver us from this material suffering. We do not have the power. I am powerless. But Gurudev has the power, and but he still tells us we have to walk. I can hold your hand, but you have to walk. You can only drag a little kid along in the trail for so long. You're like, okay, dude, you gotta get up and walk now. That's enough. Come on, And so I'm praying that I can start walking, and with all of your help, it feels like it's going to be possible. I feel like that you guys are all so beautiful and supportive and such good examples of devotees. So I had one experience with Srila Gurudev where I was in Houston and he was speaking in Hindi, and I was doubting. What am I even doing here? I'm just listening to these words. I don't understand anything, and I feel like, why did I even come to Houston? I knew it was all in Hindi, but but at one point, like, I was just staring at Gurudev the whole time, just hoping, like, maybe, I had heard that Gurudev speaks to the heart. He has no limitations by words. So I was just like staring and just praying that, okay, well, maybe I can get something. And at some point I started to think, I think I know what he's talking about. Obviously I don't understand, but I think I kind of get the idea of what he's saying. Like, no, you're full of it. And he stopped and he looked right at me and in English verified what he was saying. I was just, wow, this is amazing, and I've had multiple experiences like that where Srila Gurudev just slaps me upside the face and said, I'm real, you don't have to doubt me, this is the real deal here, you can really give yourself. And so I just pray that someday I can really give myself and please Srila Gurudev and become a devotee. And thank you, Maharaj, for coming and blessing us with your association, and please come again. Hare Krishna.
So now we have chicken dip not here.
What's happening? Did you already shake her? What's happening?
Atum Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Bhanumati, Mahesh.
Namo Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyapane Shrishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayani Jnane Panchakalpatirvasya Givasindhivya Visa Patitanam Pavanavyo Vaishnavyo Namo Gyantamirandasya Giranjana Shalakaya Chaksurmlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Well, today is such an amazing day to remember Gurudev, and hearing everyone's memories of Gurudeva has given me a few memories of my own, things I've heard him speak, mostly read that he spoke. And I'm just wondering if anything, so many things racing through my mind. Maybe I could share one or two things. Oh, the one thing that just crossed my mind when Rohini Nanda was talking, I remember maybe Gurudev's last day or the day before that, apparently on this planet in bodily form, he was sitting on his balcony in Chakratirtha, Jagannath Puri, at the Sea Palace, and he was just staring out at the ocean in the mid-afternoon. And there's a few devotees there, some Chinese devotees were doing kirtan with accordion, and a lot of people were just standing around looking really dismayed and bewildered. I remember a lot of sadness amongst the devotees. I think everyone was really thinking Gurudeva would leave. And I remember just wondering why he wasn't looked down. He never looked down. I remember for days he was not looking down. But we could see him. He knew we were there. And I was just trying to communicate with him. And finally I actually had the thought, okay, I want to serve you, Gurudeva, in this way. And as soon as I had that thought, he looked down at me. So, and I continue to try to do that service. There's a lot of comparison between Gurudeva and Prabhupada and different acharyas, and really, we know they're one. They're different maybe in their mood. Of course, they're a unique associate of Mahaprabhu. They're a unique associate of Radha and Krishna. But the mission, of course, is going on with them, present and invisible, perhaps to myself, I know. But the goal is still there, and I've been inspired to do a little bit of seva here and there, and I've noticed, of course, when my seva goes down, I easily can become hopeless. And I remember Gurudeva always said, "Don't be hopeless." But also, what are we doing? Are we serving? Are we trying to get Gurudeva to give us something? Or are we trying to, Gurudeva is giving everything. But, I try to remember, what can we give you, Gurudeva? And he always said, or at least once he said, there's nothing you can give me. I'm giving you everything. What can you give me? Maybe you can give what I'm giving you to someone else. Bring someone to me. And I'm very inspired to hear dedication in this day, the festival, to do more outreach, more sharing Gurudeva's mercy. What the books you're talking about. And Kirtan, National Park, Kitchery. I've done some of that. With Shivananda also sometimes, the very festivals. I'm always happy to serve people who are inspired to do that. And so I'm glad to hear there's some utsaha coming from today. And Gurudev said, I want you to do just like you did for Swamiji. Exactly like you did. Door to door, store to store. But maybe you cannot do. Or you cannot do. Was it a question? I don't know. Did he say you can't do it? Or he just says, can you do it? So maybe not possible to do exactly like in 1970, 1965, whatever, that 15 years. 12 years, Prabhupada was in the West, right? Yeah. Only 12 years, this is Krishna's power. But we can try. Gurudeva said, all you can do is try. Yoda said, there is no try, only do. But Guru is the opposite. This is Hollywood Guru. Real Guru says, you're not the doer, Krishna is the doer. So you try, and then Krishna will, take up the slack. So I'm looking forward to serving Srila Gurudeva, Rupa Goswami, and our Guru Parampara.
Gurudev said so many things. He said everything. It's all in his books, and it's all in his lectures. One thing that did pop into my head today, I don't know why, but he did say, honor every day, every year, at least since I met him, he'd send an email through Braj Prabhu to honor your mother and father, Guru Mata and Guru Pita. They're not necessarily your eternal spiritual master, but they have, given up so much for you, and just popped in my head today. Some distance you should maybe have, but always respect and honor. And I see that also Gurudev said, you're worried about Vaishnava aparad, but you should be also worried about Jiva aparad. This offending Vaishnava is offending sadhaks. Offending Jiva is offending anyone. Very dangerous, actually, because Krishna is in their heart. There's really no difference, karmi or Vaishnava. The Vaishnava, of course, realized, soul, eternally realized, of course, but actually Jiva is there, so Krishna is there. So Guru said that. Yeah, Gurudev said everything. One disciple of Gurudev, he was chastised by Gurudev. He said he had done some criticism in the Dham and Kartik, and he said, I can have you removed from the Dham instantly. You are the lowest of my disciples. Oh. And that was very heavy chastisement. I think he was very bewildered and stunned and very apologetic, but then he went back to Sripad Premananda Prabhu and recounted the story, and Premananda Prabhu smiled. He said, "You're his disciple." He said that. So we should pray, I pray, that one day I could be Gurudev's disciple. Like that.
Okay. So maybe we can continue tomorrow. It's getting late, and we have one more day. Everyone spoke so wonderful, but I didn't got any chance to speak. I'll speak tomorrow. Yeah. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, you will be here for tomorrow?
Sure.
Oh yes.
I'm here.
We have one more day. So I want to know what's the plan for tomorrow? What time we are starting program with Abhishek and all? Because tomorrow is Sunday, everyone is kind of free. So if we start 10 o'clock bhajans and then Abhishek immediately, like 11 o'clock Abhishek, and then we'll sit for some Harikatha, many more speakers. Then I will speak something and we conclude with big feast Mahaprasad.
Would it be better, or it's just a suggestion, to have the bhajans, then Harikatha, then Abhishek, then Arti? That's how normally we do the noon program.
Like that?
Because we bring, the deities, we bring in, we bathe them, and then right after, we just do the Arti of them, and then Prashadam. If that, because otherwise we'll have to do like bhajans. Then, if they come like maybe late, Abhishek right away at 11, then Harikatha, and then again Arti. I don't know, that's just normally.
You may need a little time to dress Radha Govinda Mahaprabhu.
That's why I kept that slot of Harikatha, because it will take 30 minutes, 45 minutes to dress them, and that's why the slot is for Harikatha. That's my
that's
mood
true.
is. And also if we are doing Abhishek like 10:30, then everyone will come, otherwise they won't come. I know. So 10 o'clock is bhajan and 10:30 is Abhishek. Yeah. And then we have Harikatha, some Harikatha, and then feast, Prashad. And then we conclude our program for this session. Glories of Srila Gurudev, and also going to speak tomorrow. And say many other, Chandrasekhar Prabhu and Mahesh Prabhu, Adi Purusha Prabhu, many other speakers. And if Ranglata Didi can come, she can also contribute. So we're going to continue this tomorrow. We're not ending here. And appearance day of Srila Gurudev is every day is appearance day. Yeah. So I really want devotees to please, not as volunteer but as sevak. I want deities to get dressed, like new change of dress every week, or we can say twice a week. If cannot twice a week, at least every Sunday. So please make some list. Some Matajis can come, Didis can come. Change at least every Sunday they should get. You know. How often you change outfit here?
2 weeks.
Huh?
Any festival day or every like 2 weeks.
In Houston Temple, devotees, means Gurudeva disciples, they come and they change 3 times a week. And they are big deities, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deities. And it just take 1 hour, I think, to change.
3 hours.
3 hours?
I was gonna say that's longer.
Okay. Sunday is a good day. It's sunny day. So this is one request. I'm just giving a request. Depends on how community will take this. And another is the national park. That's really very important. So please write down a note. Madhu Mangal Prabhu is going to take initiative. And you can put Shivanand Prabhu and Krishna Devi also. They can drive so far. And Atul Prabhu. So at least we can do something for Gurudev Seva, right? Yes, Prabhu.
You can inspire something in my heart. We're already doing an evening study group. And well, I was thinking of starting something in the morning, a study group, reading those books, the Bhakti-Bhava to put out at Gurudev's classes. So we can hear a class from Gurudev.
I can't say everything today, otherwise they will run away.
Say that?
I can't say everything today, because then they will not come tomorrow. So step by step. Tomorrow we're going to do this announcement also. We all have to be very, very serious. You know, very serious. Days and nights are passing. We don't have to leave up this body with empty hands. We have to take something with us, because there is going to be a life after this life. We are preparing for that. You know? If we get serious, if we get sincere, doing bhajan, all together, serving deities, you know, there's so many examples. If you read the Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj book, Beloved Masters, one, you must read this. It gives so much inspiration in the heart and so much maturity of bhakti. There was no money. There were financial crises in the mud. And one Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada disciple, I'm forgetting his name, he told brahmacharis nothing to worry. Just lock doors and sit together and do kirtan. Money will come its own. And they did exactly like that. After 1 hour, somebody knocked. And they sent so many groceries. It's in that book. If you read that, they're true stories. The disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Everything will be supplied. But if we don't serve deities nicely, I'm telling you the truth. This is a verse of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. The seva aparad creates confusions, quarrels, fights, disagreements, and collisions. The root cause is seva aparad. We have Srila Gurudev's installed deities. If we all collectively taking turns and serve them, everything will be resolved. Because that's the root of everything. Why we are doing everything? Because Shri Radha Govinda is here. Srila Gurudev is personally present here. He is present here. If we avoid and neglect the service, all these things bound to come. And if you're taking them, sincerely serving them, what they need is love of everyone. Bathing them, changing the outfit, and collective singing and Hari Katha. That's the purpose of center. Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, the purpose of my center is to serve Hari Nam Prabhu. Means Hari Katha. There's no other purpose of center. If you're doing this nicely, there will be no scarcity, there will be no quarrels, there will be no disagreements. Everything will be taken care of by Krishna. Because if we are not doing that, then we all will suffer with this. It will come collectively. all will be accepted. So please don't take my offense if I'm saying these words. I'm just concerned, and because of my affection and concern, I'm speaking this because of my love. Otherwise, what I have to do? I may come as a visitor, speak Hari Katha and go, but I don't want to become visitor. I'm including myself also as a family member of this Sangha, and because of my love, I'm saying this. Whatever I can do, I can also put so much efforts. I'm already speaking with Nandgopal Prabhu about this. I really want to help this community, preaching and bringing some Indians over here. When Indians comes, so much more will come. I don't want to say that, but so much facilities will be, all these facilities will be also coming. Yeah, and that will be for our next generation. Yes, all parents are concerned about the children, right? How we have to take care of them. What they are learning by seeing us. If we have very good relationship with each other, they will also adopt the same nature. This is how they are now singing and chanting, they're serving prasadam. I was so surprised. I don't see anywhere else. I'm not seeing anywhere else. Only here in Bejar, in the whole world, I see. I was so impressed. I make a video today. I want to show all devotees everywhere. How even small ones, they're serving prasadam. Such good training given by the parents. This is the learning. And when they see our parents are serving nicely deities, they're coming together in programs, they will also adopt the same nature. Yes. So parents, they do everything for the children. This is what we're doing for our next generation. They're going to take care. We all get old then. One day we're going to become like Brajendana Prabhu.
I hope so. I pray for you all.
I hope so. Please. In advance age, yes, you see. Then who's going to take care of center? These young ones now. All these children are going to take care. So they need training, and whatever we do, they are adopting the same thing. You know? So please don't take my offense. Otherwise, I'll be bereft of Guru Seva and Guru Bhakti. Whatever small I have, even that will also get destroyed. I need more and more and more. So all the senior disciples of Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada and Srila Gurudeva, and you all are so glorious because you born as Vaishnavas. Yeah. Madhu Mangal Prabhu said he was 4 years young when he got Kanti from Gurudeva. How, glorious are these. That's why I'm just here as a beggar, seeking your mercy, your compassion. By having this festival for 7 days, don't think I'm sitting on a chair and I've become a boss and I'm ordering everyone to speak. I myself, believe me honestly, I got so much inspired. So much inspired. Hearing from every individual, their emotions. There's some devotees who said, we can't speak, we are not a good speaker. But we all heard their heart. And Adi Prabhu, he just read what he wrote. And it was so, can't explain this. It came from heart. True emotions. It's not just a fake something, I have to give a presentation. It was just a true emotions. This is what we need. This is what we need. We are not here to become very high-class speakers or high-class singers. That's to attract audience. We have to attract this audience. And that comes from the heart, from the emotions. Not with any knowledge, not with vidya, not with qualities. It's from all about the emotions plus. So please take this seriously. Anyone take responsibility, make a chart. Who's going to come Sunday can come and spend some time changing outfit of deities. That's why I wanted to have Abhishek tomorrow. That's why I want to serve them, because that's the root. If you water the root, the tree gets nourished. So may this yajna get successful, the yajna of Shri Guru get successful by Abhishek of Shri Radha Govinda. If he is satisfied, everyone is satisfied. Yes. Saying this, I'm ending up here. just 5 minutes Mahamantra. We have a special request because all Gurudev family is God family. We have 2 children in a very critical stage right now. Nama's son Chakra, he got a very severe accident last night. He's in a very critical stage and bleeding. So he's in ICU. And then Lalita Didi and Shama Prabhu's son, Sham Bihari also. So these 2 kids. We can't do anything, but we can pray. We can pray to Srila Gurudev and Thakurji here. All of us together with a praying, with that prayer modes. One Mahamantra, Gurudev's favorite, the Australian team. If you, who can sing Govinda Priya Didi? Come.
No, it's too high for me.
Acha, any doesn't matter. All devotees come, sing. Mahamantra all together. And keep in mind, we are praying to Gurudev and Mahaprabhu and Radha Govinda for these 2 boys. Hare Krishna. Vanchatal Purvesu Kripa Sandhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo. Anadi Guru, can you give mic?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Grandparents Festival ki
Sri Siddhanti Maharaj